Once upon a time in Crystal City, Texas, near the Mexican border, a proud young mother walked hand in hand with her beautiful 5-year-old daughter, window shopping in the center of town called West Zavala. They were there visiting family who'd lived on that land for generations, on both sides of the Rio Grande, before that land was called Texas. And as the pair walked along in the sun, a display of dolls in a store window caught the eye of the little girl. She tugged on her mother's hand, coaxing her inside. But her mother froze, and then, with a tense, firm hand, pulled her away, whispering, "No, mijita, el aviso dice solo blancos. No podemos entrar." "No, my darling daughter, the sign says whites only. That means we can't go in." The little girl was confused. Her skin was fair. Indeed, some of the Mexican Americans and Mexicans who lived in that place had skin lighter than those in the minority who called themselves white. But that sign, whites only, it's not just about skin color. What it's really about is otherness. It's about human fear of imaginary monsters. It's about our delusion that if we can somehow find monsters outside ourselves and banish or destroy them, that we can escape our own pain and suffering. A few years later, the passing of the Civil Rights Act made posting such signs illegal. But taking away the signs didn't make people stop seeing imaginary monsters everywhere, even in the face of innocent little girls, inflicting wounds into their flesh and psyches that never quite heal. Years later, that little girl became my mother. And sometimes I remember she'd grab my hand in the mall and walk me away from something, and I wouldn't know why. Later, I'd overhear her telling my dad about a snide racist comment from a bank teller or a rude look from a security guard. I remember feeling that she was trying to protect me, but all the while, I just wanted to protect her. You see, those wounds travel. They travel across time and space and across generations. Every time my mother's wounds reopen and my grandmother's wounds open, the pain flows from their heart to their hands, and their hands hold mine. And then the pain travels from my hands to my heart. And I vow to take their pain and transform it into light, into something that fuels a torch to shine a light on truth that imaginary monsters only exist inside ourselves, not outside. And once we are free from that fear, we can celebrate one another's uniqueness and beauty, move forward, and create justice together. My mother grew up to be a professional ballet folklorico dancer, celebrating her culture, and later became a drama, English, and dance teacher. She recognized and nurtured talent in hundreds of youths, many of whom, like her, spoke Spanish as their first language. She gave them a stage upon which to shine, where they could grow strong and find dignity. Like my mother's students, English is not the first language of many of the incubator attorneys I work with. Many come from other countries. They are making their way in a tough profession that's still 88% white, our least diverse profession. They live with otherness every single day. But that's what makes them such fierce advocates and so determined to provide unconditional support to one another in a positive, collaborative way. We are making our own legal profession, one without otherness. Today, I'm here as the beneficiary of the wounds and pain, sacrifices, and love of my mother and my family and my friends and my mentors, my National Lawyers Guild comadres and compadres, and everyone involved in the LA Incubator Consortium. Thank you, everyone, for these gifts and for this honor tonight, which I will never forget or take for granted.